Hyper-personalization with AI relies on ICPs and good data that's generally overlaid between a few different types of software. So we're going to run through a bit of an example of starting in Sales Navigator, having that data come out of Sales Navigator using a few different tools that are available to us. This time we'll use Phantom Buster. Then we will enhance that data inside Clay using a mixture of integrations. The first one, and the one we're probably focused on the most, is around finding the technology stack associated with that company. And then we will look at some additional data that we sometimes bring into the mix as well. I generally start with ICPs focusing on data that you can actually find. What's going to allow you to start taking action from a sales or marketing perspective. So LinkedIn Sales Navigator is a really good tool for this. And we're going to start with a few of the elements of this ICP. So in this instance, we're tracking down some marketing managers with a specific headcount who have enough seniority to make decisions, but they've also changed job roles recently. So they are probably a little bit more open to some solutions. Some additional data that we're going to overlay on that is what technology stack are they using. So in this example, the client that we're doing some research for here is a HubSpot partner. So we want to ensure that they're using HubSpot to land them in that ICP group for that hyper-personalized AI outreach. And we may also do some more manual enhancement there or add some additional APIs in around, is the web traffic increasing or decreasing? And do they have they updated their website recently? So we start here. We've now effectively just entered in a filter search from LinkedIn Sales Navigator. Then we use a tool that was mentioned, Phantom Buster, that allows you to get this data outside of LinkedIn. So Phantom Buster integrates with Clay. And then once we're inside Clay, that's where we can use these additional integrations. The first one is going to grab us a bit more information about the company. So we'll use a LinkedIn enhancement one. They'll grab things like the description of the company where you can infer a little bit more information. Then we're also going to grab things like the technology stack using, in this instance, predict leads. And this is where we can see it actually has HubSpot as a organization. So then you can filter down and we could just grab the HubSpot users, for example, to isolate that data. We can go even further with directly in Clay by doing more integrations. In this instance, we might run a page speed test to give us some information around how performant is that website if we were potentially selling them websites. And then we can get into kind of this next layer of what's possible with these ICPs as well. So a lot of people would be familiar with SimilarWeb or SEMrush as an ability to kind of see how much web traffic there is. But if you were selling a website, for example, and this traffic was declining, this would be a really good indicator of that ICP really being a great choice. They've just started a company that's in your kind of target audience that has a website that's a little bit in decline. And then we can take that one step further around jumping into the current internet archive on that website and just seeing like how often have they been publishing different or new URLs. And then we can go one step further of comparing the current state versus a previous state of their website to understand, has that website changed over time? And where we're getting to with AI is you can step out these steps and we can build out processes that allow this information to be delivered to a team very, very quickly. And that really hasn't been possible until now. And this is kind of an example of a flow that has a few steps, but it's generally integrating everything into software that a lot of us are familiar with. And then the final step is we bring or integrate this into something like Apollo that allows you to start running some plays, some sequences directly from the software. So we don't actually need to download this information. We're just connecting it between different sources so that it can start being actioned via emails or phone calls. Let me know if this is of interest and we can jump into a bit more detail.